Peace, peace. Ali, coming back at you with another video. And in this video, I want to speak about mastering your shadow self. Alright, so before I begin, the first thing I wanted to talk about is, what is your shadow side? How can you identify what your shadow self is? The first clue is, what do you need in order to cast a shadow? What do you need? You need a physical object. So your first clue is, your shadow is part of your physical existence. If you didn't have a body, you wouldn't have a shadow. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Another thing that you can look for is, the shadow only operates in secrecy. The things that you do when no one's looking, the things that you do and you're not proud about, like you do it and there's something inside of you telling you that you should stop partaking in such activity, or you should dismiss whatever you're thinking. So the things that you do in private, and also with that, the things that you're not so proud of sharing with other people. These could be secrets that only lie within your mind. It's not something that you want to go post on Facebook or post on Instagram or tell your partner or your parents. You keep these things under wrap. They're secretive. And also, I want to say this. Everyone doesn't identify with a shadow. What I mean by that, there are humans on this planet who only operate in their shadow self. They can steal, but don't see anything wrong with it. They're serial killers, but they see nothing wrong with it. These people are, we'll call them soulless, we'll call them demonic, but there's a part of them that do not identify with the shadow, or solely only identifies with the shadow. That's where they live. According to my philosophy, there's three main soul types. The first two are angelic and godlike. The third being demonic. For demonic souls on this planet, there's not enough counseling, not enough books, lectures, prayers, or seminars that's going to turn them around. They have to do it on their own, and more than likely, it's not going to be accomplished in one lifetime. That's why I believe that the universe, the creator, the higher beings allow us multiple lives in order to get this thing, quote unquote, right. So the shadow are things that you do in secret. The shadow are things that you do or think and you don't share with other people. And lastly, the shadow is identified with the physical body. So how do you master your shadow self? The answer is in the question. In my opinion, it's best to take the route of mastering your shadow side as opposed to trying to get rid of it. Like I already told you, if you have a physical body, you're going to have a shadow, but the shadow can be the master and parent, or the shadow can be the slave or servant. In my opinion, it's probably best to have you operate where your shadow is slave to your higher self. So how do you work on your shadow, if you want to call it that? First, you can look up in Google or YouTube all the different shadow work. But if you don't have the right mentality, you're going to just do exercises and practices, and you may not have so many breakthroughs because you're looking to get rid of your tendencies that you have deep within your mind. In my opinion, it's probably better and more beneficial to raise your vibration as much as possible. This can come through diet. This can come through spiritual practices. This can come through different various shadow work. This can come through a myriad of different practices. But raising your vibration is automatically going to put you at your higher self. Look at it like this. Think about the most enlightened master that you can think of. You know, first name that comes to mind is maybe the Dalai Lama. Now imagine the Dalai Lama on the corner peddling crack and hollering at prostitutes. Can you see that? Can you see the Dalai Lama on your local street corner pushing crack and hollering at prostitutes as they walk by? More than likely, you're not going to see that because the Dalai Lama is vibrating to a point where those things are beneath them. You feel me? So the higher you raise your vibration, the less likely you're going to have tendencies to partake in things that are beneath you. So how do you raise your vibration? Like I said, there's many modalities, many practices. But whatever is coming to your mind, I need to meditate more. I need to clean up my diet. I need to do affirmations. I need to chant mantras. Whatever's coming into your mind is from your particular spirit. So the more of those things that you do, the more you're going to raise your vibration and automatically rise above your shadow self. Also, when you look at being heart-centered, middle chakra, and spreading love and exercising your truths in love, when you look at expressing yourself from your highest capacity, when you look at seeing things for what they are as opposed to what you think they should be, seeing the real spiritual truths and not fooled by the illusion of physicality. When you see that you're connected to everything in existence, past, present, and future, including your higher self, the creator, the angels, humans, insects, nature, you're vibrating on a higher plane. You're exercising from your higher registered chakras. That's automatically going to put you in a place where your shadow is beneath you. You are the master and the shadow is the slave. Once again, I do not recommend that you try to eliminate your shadow because the shadow is there for a reason. Me as a spiritual teacher, enlightened being, whatever you want to call it, if you come into my crib and threaten to damage me and mine, I'm going to harm you before you harm me. You can call that shadow, but because I'm freely telling you, it's not a secret, I'm not ashamed of it, it's a part of human nature. We all have a tendency to cheat, steal, kill, rob, but if you're exercising in that at all times, then you're living in your shadow. But if you recognize that that is a part of human nature, but you don't have to partake in it, that you can look at that as it's the slave or the child, then in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with it. So once again, do your best to raise your vibration, willing this information resonates with you and you can use it to change your mentality. So this has been Ali. If you want to know more information about myself and what we do, make sure to visit my website, salimyers.com. If you're in need of metaphysical tools and supplies, visit our online store, l9shop.com. That's el9shop.com. So until next time, this has been Ali. Peace.